Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th Edition Campaign 5, where we will be progressing as far as we can without ever using an offensive spell, because our enemies must die by our tools. Speaking of tools, not the hero but the equipment, I have upgraded Shadowheart to a light crossbow +1. Because Shadowheart will not ever be casting her offensive spells, her damage dealing capabilities are going to be significantly lower. And I could equip Frobo with this, bringing them from a +7 to a +8 on their ranged attacks. But instead I've opted to give it to Shadowheart so that she goes from a +4 to a +5, so that she has a greater chance of hitting more frequently. Then her light crossbow got passed on to Astarion, who's given up his shortbow. He's now doing 1d8 piercing here as well. And with that, we have all of the equipment we need. We've sold off a bunch of our spare stuff. And I've been told in the comments of episode 4 that I missed something in the depths of the crypt previously. So in an instant, we're going to be back there. And here we are. So there's something around here that we missed. That looks like it. A spare soul coin. And I'm told that Astarion might benefit from taking it.
I prefer gold. Won't take it.
And there we have a point of inspiration. So that puts us up to 4 of 4, so we should use them or lose them, I guess. And we've received a soul coin. I had one of these in the previous playthrough. There's a tiefling that you can take it from. Not sure what they're actually used for in the campaign, but hey, now we have it. We have some inspiration and some more experience. We are slightly better equipped, and we've done the rescue at the Druid's Grove, so now it's on to other things. Speaking of which, when I went and got Astarion, we got Astarion before I got Lae'zel, and so we need to go back to where Astarion was recruited. Also, to the lovely person who told me that while I'm exploring dungeons, I should explore whilst controlling a character with dark vision, because this is dark and murky, and this is much brighter, especially in the very dark corners. Thank you very much for the suggestion. I will keep that in mind as much as I can remember to going forward. But for now, we're going to jump cut back to the west. Here we are back west. What I was hoping to do is go and see about a ruby down there. But there is the scared boar over here. And being the, the sensitive creatures that we are, there's only one thing that a bunch of people that really like to use their weapons as efficiently as they can are. And that would be sneak attack, kill the boar. Incredibly efficient. You know, that would be just what we would do. And look at all that precious food for our table. Honestly, it hadn't even occurred to me. I was just role-playing that they definitely would murder the boar. So we need to get down there. We can do that with a little hop, skip and a jump. And everyone else who is able to shall follow. And then over here there's this silvery rock amongst the brown ones.
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
Lae'zel is our strongest hero. And then what does she reveal? We've got 18 gold, 2 potions of speed, an agate, a 1600 GP value ruby, the Harper's Notebook, tattered collection held together with a moon and harp seal, frequent mention of sacrilegious activities among the local Selenite sect, and a Harper's map with the word cash scrawled on it. And has that updated our map? It has. There's the hidden cache. I'm gonna make an effort to just leave books I don't need to congregate in my inventory, because otherwise now the weight seems to be far more important to watch carefully. Now Lae'zel
will be done.
Has the highest strength, so she has the highest jump distance, and then everyone else can just follow. They better be able to just follow. If none of these guys have a jump skill that's able to get them out of here, what is going on?
Never a dull moment.
Are you guys just too weak to jump out of the hole? Is that the problem? Well, this is really embarrassing. Alright, Lae'zel, if you could come back. Is there any possibility that we can throw them back up? Because, of course, we could teleport to one of the fast travel points. However, we can't throw anymore. I can't fast travel in this version because the fast travel doesn't exist. Sorry, I did not mean to chat with you. So now two of our heroes are trapped down here. Oh wait, Lae'zel, you can cast jump once a day.
Looking ahead.
Alright, that solves half of our problem, but it doesn't solve the Shadow Heart half. Okay, there is a nook you can get to. For some reason, it just didn't want to auto-jump travel everyone along with us. But hey, working as a team, we figured that one out.
Keep your distance, darling.
And we are all together again. So, there's this big void here that we haven't been in. Is there anything for us over there? It's not the dying...
Shall we?
What's his face? Mind Flayer. Excuse you. It's not the dying Mind Flayer because we've already done that bit. There's another dead one here. I'll loot that for all it's worth, certainly. Potion of Speed, Spiked Bulb, Void Bulb. Yes, please and thank you. And then this is where we killed the little brain things. In the heat, I'm failing to recall any word that I wish to find.
Footprints. There may be even more that survived the crash.
There's the dead goblins. A supply pack is wonderful. And we'll take that to sell. That's a whole free long rest for ourselves. Potions. And Astarion is already encumbered. This is gonna get old real fast, isn't it? It's not like a pig's head that weighs 20 is gonna weigh us down. Jeez. Okay. What they need to introduce is a bag of holding for the party. You don't have to give it right away. Maybe by like level 3, just one bag of holding will make things easier for everybody.
Don't linger.
But that's done. So let's go and get that cash.
You fight well, but you're so efficient. Why not have a little fun?
Because we're not all playing with our food, Astarion.
I fight to win, not to make spectacles.
What a waste.
So let's hop up here. Hopefully everyone can make the jump this time.
Yes.
No one's going to get stuck. Who is back there? Shadowheart. Why is your route finding so atrocious today? Alright, now, if I do that and that, will you catch up to the group, please? No, you can't catch up to the group because you're not close enough to be bound onto the party. That is a peculiar and annoying behaviour, but hey, the game is in early access. These things will happen. And again, Frobo having issues following along with the auto-jumping because this might just be too high for them. Or we have to find a very specific rock to get to in order to do the jump.
Eager for battle.
Alright,
Objective noted.
we can climb a hill. We have the technology. Ladders will help, that's for sure. I'm hoping at some point there'll be more interesting encounters with these ladders because they do have hit points and they are objects, which mean they can be destroyed, which could make for some very interesting issues and problem solving in the future. There's the rusty necklace with the guidance cantrip. Now Shadowheart can obviously cast that already, so let's give that to Frobo since... Oh, we've all failed our history checks. We don't know nothing, us.
I have a lot on my mind.
Frobo can have that. Now he can cast Guidance, because he and Astarion are more likely to be hanging back. They can support one another from further behind. Get some spicy sausages and an apple. We're going to be very oversubscribed for food, at least initially. We're going to be doing a lot more in the way of long rests down the line.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
And there's the heavy chest. Maybe we'll have to find a centralized barrel somewhere and it can just become our larder. 20 cash. And then just the oil barrel up here, which can be very useful for blowing up groups of foes. I use that a lot when I was doing solo runs, but in bigger groups, it's far less necessary. None of us can see what's going on in this hole, apparently. There you go, there's the wise and perceptive Shadowheart.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag covered with spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
We definitely can cast Guidance, because this is not an instance where normally I won't allow Guidance if it's like a conversation where an AI would be like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that, but these spiders don't know nothing. Perfect.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt a spider egg is nestled within.
Well, we have good sleight of hand. So we've already got Guidance accounted for. That gets us to where we want to be.
The spiders scatter and you stash the bag.
Where is it? There it is. So we've got 13 gold and a spider egg sack that we can throw at something or some such later on. But what about the spiders within?
Spiders scuttle inside the crevice.
I would like these XP, please. Right, Astarion. Get the one furthest at the back, please. 3 XP is massive. Then Shadowheart. You can do some good stabbing. Don't need any of our bonus action spellcasting right now. Gosh, they're fast. Right, I don't think we also need to spend our big fancy stuff on this either. We've already used our action surge. We have lost our concentration on Guidance, but that's fine. It's a cantrip, we can cast it as frequently as we need. Oh, I totally did not see you there, sir. Right, what I really need to do is... Astarion has 2 bonus actions every turn. And we are not utilizing that at all with this current arrangement. Ah, the land of the unnecessary crits. But, you know, swings and roundabouts. So, Astarion is currently wielding a finesse rapier, which does 1d8 piercing damage. If we lose that, and instead equip these two short swords, we now do 1d6 piercing damage, plus our modifiers. However, we have gained the offhand melee attack, which does a melee attack when you're wielding 2 light weapons. And he spends a bonus action to do that, which we now have 2 of. So that's going to be great for us, because that means we can make 3 attacks with him in one turn when things are going well for us. So Astarion did take a little bit of damage there.
A long way to go still.
I think we can probably just hit them with a Cure Wounds.
Take cure.
Spare ourselves doing any kind of short resting for now, since we have so many skills that are tied to short rests. Gonna try and keep those around as best we can. Anything else changed around here? Doesn't seem to be. We can hop on back down the cliff. Then we've got one more cliff to jump down from here. Everybody else just jumps off any random 3-foot gap. But at least we'll have less issues jumping down than we were having jumping up. There's a nice backpack for us. Potion of healing, thieves' tools, and some grease.
Goblins?
And then this room back here has a small fight with some goblins in, as well as some very obnoxiously placed turrets. And I don't want to deal with those obnoxiously placed turrets right now. So let's just progress forward instead. Oh look. These folks here. I don't think our party is going to have many nice things to say to injured strangers on the road.
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
Since we are slightly running a murder hobo party here.
Stop it! You're scaring him.
Let's see what happens.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
We can use our special powers that are growing inside of our head to persuade others. I mean, it's not combat magic, is it? I think it's totally allowed. So, +1 wisdom on a difficulty class of 0. That is odd, but sure. Something is broken. Don't know what. But hey, we've got all this inspiration. We'll spend it. Oh, rolling a 1 always fails. Rolling a 20 always succeeds. I did not know that. If you weren't aware, in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, crits, or critical successes and critical failures, only apply to spell attacks and melee attacks, not to skill checks. But hey, 2 is better than 1 in this case.
I'm so sorry. It's our brother, True Soul Edwin. He's injured and I wasn't thinking.
A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated. The injured man locks eyes with you. The parasite writhes in your head.
Move away and reach for our weapon. That's our MO this campaign.
Your limbs do not obey. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna. New recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them. Mind the true soul. She will. She.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now.
A true soul. Thank the Absolute. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you.
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
Oh well, if we can give you orders... What happened to your brother?
We were looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. But instead of them, Edwin found an oil bear. An angry one. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks.
I don't think they're going to do too well if we tell them to go and avenge the owlbear. Just tell them if they're going to report to us, they can go.
And just...
We'll see if we might catch up with them again later. Who knows?
I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
May the Absolute guide us.
Sure.
Absolute. True soul. Mad ravings, surely.
They're clearly devoted to the Absolute, whatever that is.
This could spell trouble.
Do we see the wormy screaming out of the head? Broken shaft of a spear. Nothing else.
The
Oh,
man is dead,
there it is.
but something shifts beneath his features. A glistening tadpole emerges, slithering up past a sightless eyeball. The same as the creature behind your eye.
Crush it.
One squeeze should do it, but you stop short. How could you think of harming something so beautiful, so pure?
No, we can crush it. We're strong. We're a warrior. Get some guidance going on that. Yeah, smash it.
The tadpole plops to the ground. Now is your chance to stomp it into the dirt. But it's too precious, too sweet, isn't it?
I don't think so. Smash it. Smash it now. Reroll. 4? Ah, come on. Can we spend... Oh, we can spend multiple inspiration in one die roll. Sometimes you only get to go once. I've never seen what happens at the resolution of this. So I'm going all in. And still not enough.
Your foot trembles. You can't do it. You couldn't possibly. It slithers away and vanishes into the undergrowth. Safe. Free.
Well, there are some conversations to be had about that later, but for now, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Thank you for your kind comments on previous videos with your advice and other such things. I am grateful for it, and I do read them, of course. If you have any other questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, please consider liking or subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.